You're a professor of mathematics and innovation and all of that. Are you very confident about the trajectory, the way Africa is going? Talk about AI and all of that. Where is Africa in all of this? We seem to be we seem to be at the receiving end. I mean, go back to, for example, during the COVID time, immunization, the drugs, where even where Africans wanted to manufacture their own, the World Health Organization said, no, you couldn't, because we don't have the patent right and all of that. So when it comes to ICT, science and innovation and all of that, where is our continent? And I'm glad to be talking to a scientist.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a fact that our continent is far behind other continents, especially Europe, North America, Asia. We are far behind. But we should not feel condemned to remain far behind. There is something we can do to move fast. And the good thing is that, unlike development based on heavy industry, development based on knowledge can move faster. Because if you've invested in the knowledge, in the good training of people, if they are very well trained and you create conditions for them to feel that they have the freedom to innovate, they can quickly move forward. And actually that's why in a country like ours, when we were discussing on our development, taking into account of the fact that we were a landlocked country, very far from the coastline, because the closest port is at 1,400 kilometers. We said we will not develop heavy industry here and be competitive in the world. The cost of transporting whatever good we would have manufactured to the nearest port would cancel out any profit we would do. Yes. Then we decided to invest in knowledge-based economy. That's how, for example, we invested in the broadband. I think we were the first country in Africa to have close to 100% coverage of 4G. Here, even if you go in the thick of our park, you have 4G network. Then we invested in the training of the people who will use that IT infrastructure that was laid in our country. That's how, for example, we negotiated with Carnegie Mellon University, which is one of the top technology universities in the world, to come and put a campus here so that we can train top IT engineers. Because we are convinced that if you have well-trained engineers, software developers, they can develop the next Facebook from here. You don't need sophisticated infrastructure to do that. All you need is the brain. And imagine if a country like Rwanda was to produce the equivalent of Facebook. That would be enough to take Rwanda from a very poor country to a first class. So that is an example of things that we are now doing in our country that can be done in other countries and would help us to leapfrog of the technology that is available now. But it requires leaders who are really innovative, who have foresight, who think out of the box, who do not accept the diktat of our development partners, because everything we did here, we did it against the opinion of the partners. I remember when we reopened our university after the genocide, they were telling us that Rwanda does not need a university. So you should be satisfied of primary education and secondary education. And of course, I was part of the discussion. I would ask them, who would teach the student in secondary education? The graduate of secondary education or someone who would have done university? So they would say, oh, we would bring some people, some experts from Europe. But we said, no, we are going to open our university, whether you like it or not. When our country decided to lay the fiber, it was against the advice of our development partners. But we said we need it, and we did it. We sold our national telecommunication company. We sold it, and the proceeds of that sale was used to lay the fiber, because we had invited private telecommunication companies. And these private telecommunication companies were not keen on laying the fiber. They were saying it is costly, the country is poor, we are not sure that we would recuperate our investment in a reasonable time. And then we did it for our people. So that's, you need leaders who see what should be done and do it, whether our development partners like it or not. It is the same when we decided to transform this country of ours into a hub for conferences and also build our economy on tourism. We started building a hotel, Serena Hotel, and all our development partners were saying, this is a wasted investment. So we told them, we are going to build it. We are not asking you to stay in it. But of course, from the day one we opened the hotel, all of them started so on and so forth. And when we decided to make Rwanda a hub for conferences, the MICE policy, I mean, people were saying you are just daydreaming. You have Nairobi around, you have Joburg, you have, and within 4 or 5 years, we are at par with Nairobi, if not, we have even gone beyond Nairobi. So it's a question of believing on the right choices you are making, and then commit yourself to deliver on that.